next Halloween video, I will be talking about the Goosebumps episode, The Haunted Mask, for its 30th anniversary. Goosebumps was introduced to me in one of those booklets that you can order from. We usually got at school would contain all those cool little pictures and all that stuff. It was the haunted, no, it was Monster Blood is what I saw in there. But time went by, I saw one day at Horrorland, but then I saw the one that really got my attention. It was Deep Trouble. When I discovered that two of my friends were reading those books, I finally got interested in the early of 1995. Deep Trouble was the first one that I read because, well, like I said, it got my attention. I went to Hastings looking for it, but I couldn't find it. I kept telling my mother I can't find it. But then this little kid showed it to me and showed me where the books were. So one by one I started reading them. I can't remember the true order I went in, but then just before we moved for the third time in this town, I saw the promo that Goosebumps was coming to Fox Kids. I literally lit up in excitement. I had just become a fan, and I definitely was interested in seeing adaptations. I tried to read as many as I could, so that way I could be familiar with the books first before I saw the adaptations. Fortunately, I did read The Haunted Mask before I saw this special when it came on 30 years ago today. Excuse me. Okay. The special is very faithful to the book. It opens up with R.L. Stine presenting himself, and then we cut to Carly Beth, and Sabrina. There's two guys that are making her life miserable. They scare her. She forgets to get her pumpkin, but before they show up, they see this store that contains all this spooky stuff. Then later, Carly Beth goes home. Her mother shows her this little statue that she made based off her. I'm having a difficult time talking in that voice. It's hurt my throat. Okay. She gets scared by her brother wearing a duck costume. Yeah. The next day at school, those two boys put a worm in her food. She gets humiliated and goes home crying. She even rips up the duck costume that her mother made for her. She goes to her money, gets $30, then heads off to that store. The guy says we're closed, but she won't take no for an answer. He says, only stuff that I have is on the walls. But then he gets a phone call. She goes in the basement, next room. I don't think it was a basement. She sees all those scary masks. One of them truly catches her attention. The guy refuses to sell it, offers her a gorilla mask. She's not interested. She grabs the mask, runs, and just throws the money, and the guy screams out, but he does not follow her. Well, she puts it on and gets back at her little brother, who's wearing this ridiculous, cute little spider costume. Or at least I think it's got antennas. Then she sneaks out before her mother can see that she's not wearing a duck costume. She takes the statue of the head that her mother made of her, puts on a little broomstick, and then puts on a black coat, heads out. She meets Sabrina. Sabrina's really freaked out by the mask. But Carly Beth wants her to be quiet whenever Sabrina feels it, so she starts strangling Sabrina in a very violent tone. Why? But then she laughs out and pretends that she was just joking. After that, Carly Beth is not acting like herself. She's scaring one little kid after another, destroying Halloween props to look for the two that make her life miserable. She finds them in a graveyard dressed up as pirates. She scares them so badly and makes them apologize, and they actually say the traditional, we only treated her like that just because we like her. No, you didn't. The statue's face comes alive and says, help me, in a very effect that is cheap looking, but it's still enjoyable. Anyway, Carly Beth is so happy that she finally scared those two. She starts howling at the moon. Ow! And she does it twice. Well, anyway, Carly Beth buries the mask, the face that her mother made of her. Says goodbye, scaredy cat. Then heads out. Sabrina finds her with doing the traditional grabbing the shoulder and making her turn around. She tells Sabrina that she finally did scare those two. So she heads over to Sabrina's place. She can't take the mask off. And they say there's no line. Carly Beth screams out when she looks in the mirror and says that those eyes are not my eyes. So she runs out. She begs for help, but people abandon her. She finally returns to the store, but before she goes in, she says, "This is just a bad dream. I'm going to wake up right now." She closes her eyes, opens back up. She's not dreaming. She enters the house, the store. She finds the guy. He tells her that their origin story, that they used to be beautiful, but then they mutated into that, and they were really faces. And when she puts one on, it merges onto her. But the only way to get them off... Dagnabbit. There we go. The only way to get them off is with a symbol of love. He knows that because she did at least take it off once. But unfortunately, she wakes up the other mask. They start flying around in that cheap visual look that still is pretty enjoyable. They chase her, chanting, "Join us, Carly Beth," and all that other stuff. She runs to the graveyard. She finds the mask, the head, the sculpture of her that her mom made. She digs it back up and says, "This is Carly Beth," and that actually shoos them all away very easily. Well, oh goodness. After that, she goes home. Her brother plays one more trick on her by thinking that the mask is still on, despite the fact that we can see it's not. She looks in the mirror and, what a little booger. She then goes and says to her mother, she starts crying, she tells her about all this bad stuff that's happened, but in the background we can see her little brother picking up the mask. And he ends up trying it on, and that's when this special ends. But first we get to see R.L. Stine asking his mom and dad if they enjoyed it, and they're so scared their hair turned white and is sticking out. He says have a scary day, not night, in the first one. I remember when I first saw this. I did enjoy it, and fortunately a classmate recorded it, so on Halloween Day at school, we got to watch it again. And thanks to the Goosebumps channel, the YouTuber that runs that channel, he had the original airing with the commercial breaks. He made my day tonight. Got all those commercials to go with it, including the commercial for Yoshi's Island, the tame one where it doesn't show the disgusting stuff. Also, we get Chris Elliott, Gilbert Godfrey, and all those sugar frosted Cheerio commercials. The Putterman Daracel family when they go visit the grandmother who's dancing and enjoying life. Rested on that long battery in a TV spot for a film that I'm pretty sure a lot of people forgot called Three Wishes. Yeah. Oh boy, the memories that those commercials have. And you can find many more on that site, on the Goosebumps channel, with others episodes with full commercials, because that I am now becoming in the habit of getting stuff that has commercial breaks with it, or just finding the commercial breaks for those episodes from TV shows that I did watch back then. Well, anyway, Goosebumps, this show, I will admit a lot of episodes are not exactly Academy Award winning. A number of them are still enjoyable, but yeah, there's a lot of them that basically I will say were really not that great. The good news is there's more good ones than there are bad ones, but this one is a very good one. Fact is, this is the one that they seem to put the most thought in. I can understand why so many people keep saying it's their favorite episode. Now, mine is Night of the Living Dummy 3, with Night of the Living Dummy 2 being the runner-up, and then it's this episode. But, yeah, I would recommend it if you haven't watched it yet. Go to the Goosebumps channel, watch the original airing with the commercial breaks, and I give you my word, you're going to be smiling, especially if you were around back in the 90s like I was. Well, thanks for watching, and this will continue on October 30th for the 40th anniversary of Garfield's Halloween Adventure. See you then.